Hey y'all, it's Renegayde, and let's spill some reality on Drag Race España. The landmark 5th season of a non-English speaking Drag Race franchise is about to begin for the first time, but before we do, make sure you like and subscribe for more, as you're not going to want to miss a single drop of content this season. On this episode, we're going to break down our first impressions on the newest cast of 12 queens, and we'll predict who will be that rose growing out of a concrete crack. But before we begin, let me introduce my co-host, and he's the true Escándalo. It's QuackrrJack.
Hey!
Jack, it's kind of crazy here that, not only are we getting the premiere of UK this week, right? We have Station Royale going on also, but we're getting the 5th season of Drag Race España this Sunday. Is this, the point in the world, I feel like that you love the most in the year, where, we get to the fall, and there's just an overload of Drag Race content that I can't keep up with?
You know, I'm always happy for a lot of Drag Race content. I love my reality TV shows, so I'm here for it. I think it's interesting that when we normally get here, we have to consider, do we think that anyone has, a decent shot at winning this? And we have to consider yes and no. Every time we're how do we feel they stick up against the people from the other seasons and whatnot? And so it's just there's a lot there for me to be I'm not sure about this one, but I'm gonna give everyone a fair chance.
I mean, I know we feel that way about the UK7 cast, but I actually kind of feel pretty good about this cast, at least half of them. And maybe it was just the production value that we were getting from this Meet the Queens, but I was into it. I was feeling it. I'm alright, okay, they're given. They feel like this class could possibly serve here, so I'm not going to hate it, especially because, Drag Race Season 3, it wasn't the queens necessarily that got in the way of the season, it was production itself, so it feels like Season 4 was kind of very much so a return to franchise, so I'm very excited for Season 5, but Jack, while we didn't review it completely, what were your kind of overall feelings of Season 4?
Overall feelings of Season 4. There was a lot of favoritism towards one vampy bitch.
Ooh.
And, well, it's T, sorry about it. This is for T, right? And I feel like I hate that the most. When I feel like I can just, you feel the saliva of the favoritism, ugh. I don't want that ever to happen.
Which is funny because it feels like the girl that should have had the favoritism, Megui, who was the returning pick, remember? Mm-hmm. It's she got screwed over the most, and I know that we were both rooting for her, the number one queen. Koga's a great winner, don't get me wrong. Meggie had my heart, though, throughout the whole season.
Yeah, she was definitely someone that I was rooting for a lot, and I was that made me sad. That made me very sad to see that happen. But, this is a new year. We can see what happens. Maybe we'll get something completely random. Maybe we won't see it coming. Maybe it'll be everything that we hope for and more. Who knows?
I mean, there's part of me that feels since they put in a lot of production value in this promo, that we could be getting a good season, right? It feels like they're I mean, España has always kind of been the kind of type to promote themselves really well, so I'm not gonna production value isn't gonna ever be an issue there necessarily, but it says something when you put some love and some care into your product versus throwing out a 30-second teaser promo for Drag Race UK7 and then saying that that's the teaser for the episode, but
call them out.
I mean, we're just saying here, right? We're being honest here, right? We're spreading some tea, so
honesty. This is a place for feelings.
I mean, for real though, and it's not to be super shady or anything, but that, but obviously we all love Drag Race, but sometimes it feels like they don't love it as much as we do. The España franchise feels like one of those franchises that does actually feels like it cares. Hopefully they've learned from the mess that Season 3 was, but we'll kind of, see if that continues into Season 5, because even though you always have a good spot to start in, I feel like every once in a while something could always go wrong. But let's be positive here, right, Jack? We're going to be positive. Season 5 will be great, especially because this promo was really good.
We're going to attempt.
Okay. Well, let's go and we can talk about our first impressions at least. And let's talk about the promo in general here. Because again, we do have to meet the queens, and the promo theme is Brutalist Dragtopia, which is basically like a Mad Max dystopia kind of meets like pop art, colors, and neons. Did you enjoy this concept, Jack?
I thought the concept was literally using materials that were like found out in the like the world, like cities and stuff. But I liked this promo. I liked some of the outfits, and some of the outfits I despised. And some of the queens, how they did their makeup and stuff, I hated, and I immediately put it on my shit list. And we will get into that. But I think everyone already knows what I'm talking about. If you've been here, if you've heard my opinions, I think we're all on the same page on where I'm going to land with a lot of these queens.
I mean, there's one queen in general I'm very excited to hear your opinion for, and mostly just because I know it's going to be completely negative. But let's go ahead and let's start with our first queen, because, like I said, I was enjoying these promos, the grays in the backdrop, and the fact that they had like the concrete city kind of thing going on with the parking structure. I thought it was really cool because it really allowed the neons and such to pop. I kind of wish there was a little bit more color cohesion per se than just neon, but it's fun. It's good. I enjoyed it. And our first queen, right off the bat here, I think she gave some fun energy. I'm very kind of interested to see where she's going to kind of land in this whole spectrum of, these flowers popping through concrete jungle gardens. And that is Alexandra del Raval. She's 27 years old from Barcelona. And in this Oasis, she says she's going to be the Tinkerbell of our dreams. She's the local showgirl of season 5, loves sparkles, feathers, jewels, and she's a tough, sassy bitch. She says her strengths are comedy, beauty, cabaret, and showing skin, while also being a hot mess. And honestly, she was giving me some fun energy. I feel like it always takes some sort of prominent personality to start out the Meet the Queens, regardless if they do it in alphabetical order or not. But I mean, last season I'm pretty sure they did in alphabetical order, so I can't say that really matters that much. But I don't know, Alexandra, she kind of popped for me right from the start. I really liked her vibe. She kind of gave me some, all the sassy, bitchy drag queen that I want. She felt like she was put together in her look. She feels like she's going to be a little bit more glamour. I see the cabaret influences that she has. And altogether, I'm kind of very positive for Alexandra. And maybe that was because she was the first queen that we saw. But I don't know. I kind of enjoyed what she was giving us here. Jack, did you enjoy Alexandra?
Yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, I only had like one or two negatives with her, and I really like a showgirl like kind of thing. I love that she kind of seems a little dumb, but very honest, very in your face, like upfront about it. So I'm a big fan of this type of a drag queen, right? And you know what? As much as showgirls are like quote unquote like the norm or whatever, I think she looks beautiful. I like that the inside of her dress is lined in black to match her black accessories and stuff. I was a little not so sure about the little I don't know what you'd call it, the tulle like scarf almost that goes all the way down to look like mini capes on the side of her. The jewel on it made me feel like it was a little cheap, and I wasn't a huge fan of the gloves. But I have to say this look specifically I wasn't mad about, and I think I ranked it decently high. I enjoyed her personality. I like her makeup. Nothing really bad about her for me. And I'm rooting for her, actually. She's like probably my top 4, honestly. But
the one thing I really like about her look too, that I feel like we don't really get a whole lot in drag nowadays, is the fact that I get that this is like a corseted dress basically, but like she's cinched. Like look at that kind of like the fact that she's literally giving herself a waist and those huge ass hips.
I'm nervous for her.
I kind of love that.
Like, right? I like it, but I'm also like, I'm like, it makes me nervous. Like, I hope you have a lot of padding and that's just not your organs down there in the hips, but,
her stomach and her large and small intestine, that's all.
Right, they just all went downwards. Like, there's no space.
Yeah, it's giving me, like, kind of some Violet Chachki, right? Like,
right,
it's just,
right.
like, I'm enjoying it. There's something about her I am vibing with. So she's I agree. Like, I'm glad you said it, because she was probably the one person in my top 4 I felt the most concerned about kind of putting there, but the fact that you're kind of vibing with her too kind of makes me feel okay. Yeah, maybe she really is Wonder Ride. Okay, well, that is our first queen. Let's go ahead and get on to queen number 2, and that is Miss Dafne Mugler. And the reason why I know it's Mugler is because she said her last name like 18 times in this Meet the Queens. She's from Malaga, and she's the first ballet dancer on Drag Race España. And apparently she's like a champion dancer too, as she says. She's pretty talented, and she forgot that she's an absolute goddess as well too. Those were the three things that she used to describe herself: that she's pretty talented, and she forgot she's an absolute goddess. But I don't know if I necessarily get that from this promo look. Like, it is basically just like a bodysuit. Like, it is a nice bodysuit. I do like her hair. It is giving me like ballet, but I don't know if I'm getting anything really from her as far as like what her drag aesthetic actually is. She's giving me someone that will probably give a good lip sync. I don't know if anything else other than that. But so I don't know. Like, she could surprise us, but I'm just not really getting much from her. But she is a member of Kelly Roller from season 3 from her drag family. And Kelly Roller was one of the stars of season 3, so you never know there. I'm just a little worried about, again, it seems like a little bit of lack of experience, and I don't know what her aesthetic really is here, judging by this promo.
You know what? I was a little worried about the promo look too, and one of the things I was kind of questioning was why the collar seems so big on her, around her neck. And maybe she has a really skinny neck, because she does have a really skinty neck, so I was like, okay. And at first I was like, this is just a bodysuit, girl. And then I was like, but let me break it down. The placement of the lines is good. It features what I want to see on the body. It takes me on a pathway at least. And it looks good on her. And she's got the ballet shoes on. So I'm excited. She's a dancer. She's a performer. I'm okay with that. She has some type of talent here that I already know that she's going to bring it. And should probably make it at least a couple episodes in, just based on that alone, right? The one thing I wonder is if, as a ballet dancer, if she is going to be too focused on being too perfect and not being able to break away from that and just be comical. She did kind of seem a little dumb again, but in the way that, like, she's very focused on certain things, and so sometimes she may overlook other things, like, for example, the look. But I will give her, I loved that her sleeves went all the way down and then didn't cover the fingers, but had a thumb hole on them. I thought that was very fun. I was like, oh, I love that, this aspect of this outfit. And at the very least, she padded her shoulders to make the bodysuit look better. And that is something we don't always see from a girl. And at least there's a somewhat of attention to detail. And as you mentioned, her hair looks good. The makeup's pretty good. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. And I love that she kept with this, I think it's like fishnet or just transparent, like black, like the gloves or the sleeves underneath, because it's that little bit of detail that actually makes it kind of stand out a little bit better. So I wonder if she just is worried about coming off as very clean. I'm kind of in the middle about her in the cast rankings, but I kind of think we could see some good things. I mean, we saw Coco come up with like not the worst, but like the most basic drag dress, right, last promo, and she won. So like, who knows? Maybe she'll win.
Yeah, we can't judge someone just based off the promo, at least for España. But like, yeah, I mean, like I see the positives in it that you're describing here. I'm not hating on it entirely. There is just a question of like, what are you going to bring outside of ballet? And it also is one of those things like, do you care about ballet more than you care about drag? Because that's kind of a little bit what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Where ballet is maybe the main focus and not necessarily the drag, but the drag is clean. So we'll kind of see. I mean, she definitely, I do agree with you. She has potential. I definitely don't see her going early, but I definitely don't know if I see her being a contender in the end. But we'll see. We'll see from Miss Dafne Mugler. Let's go on to our next queen here, and oh my god, this promo. We have Miss Denébola Murnau. That is a name, sorry. Miss Denébola Murnau from 23. She's let me restart. We have Denébola Murnau. She's 23 years old from Madrid, and she's the bald, eccentric, colorful, and polished porcelain clown of season 5. Say that 5 times fast if you want to. Her drag name comes from her mother, her aunt, and Nosferatu, and she describes her drag as if Tim Burton directed a movie by Marilyn Monroe, from romance to horror, old Hollywood meets Beetlejuice. She says her strengths are style and concept, and that she's that creepy doll in the Oasis. And I didn't realize that, like, creepy dolls were a standard for an Oasis, but, like, if they look like Miss Denébola, like, oh my god, like this is one of the best looks, I think, maybe the best look of this cast here. Like one of the best promos I think we've seen this whole year. Like this is really clean and put together. It's giving me, I I love first off pink and black together. I think black.
Everyone loves black.
So good, so good, and I do love the fact she's bearded. We love a bearded queen here.
Love a bearded queen that does it well.
And like I'm gonna say the leggings alone are so cool. They're so cool to look at because there's just like that pink shiny like leopard zebra that we've never seen before, but like I could totally exist in my wildest Lisa Frank fantasy kind of thing, you know what I mean? And then just the cleanness of the rest of the outfit. She's definitely giving drag clown. And I love the wig too. It's so cool. Just every part of this is so interesting. It's very original, and it just makes me so excited to see what else she's going to bring in her package.
Yeah, and something about that wig also, the fact that it's not sitting on the middle and it starts from the side and eventually goes over to the other side, and it's very jagged and then turns curly at the top. It's very interesting to see such a dynamic difference here. It feels very intentional because there are many points on her outfit that then lead into more curved lines, and something about how the collar to the chest area opens up, you can see that it's not just a normal idea. There are like point squiggles kind of thing here, so it's like intentional that this is part of it. And I think it's really interesting because she does this a lot. Like obviously the clown collar, she incorporates her facial hair and her beard into her drag. I think the contacts are great. I hope she doesn't do that too often because I don't want her to rely on just like the shock factor. But taking the shock factor out alone, this is an amazing outfit anyways. Again, the puffy shoulder, the amazing, like, those little details of the cuffs flipping over into the pink, showing a lining of pink underneath the black. It's those little things, and you can see the pink pointing at coming out from underneath her collar area and the chest area, so it's lined with that. And it's those kinds of things that really will up your value. And finally, this shoe. I want everyone to pay attention to how fucking tall that stiletto is. Like, I was like, girl, that looks very uncomfortable, but like, you know what? She sold it for this look. Maybe she can't walk the best in them. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but bitch, she was wearing this outfit out. I was like, I loved this. Definitely, probably my number one of the cast. And
Agreed.
When it comes to the promo look, yes. I do worry about, I hope she can do more glamour makeup and she can give us more versatility than just shock factor, but I think she has the goods. So I am going to definitely look forward to what she's going to show us on the runway. And if this is just like the like beginning, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely very excited for Denébola Murnau here. And it's kind of sad to go from like this look to
here we go.
But we have Miss Eva Harrington. She's 27 years old, and she is our Canary Island queen this year. She describes herself as a superhighway paved with veneers with tongue action. I'm not exactly sure what that all means. Like, I would be afraid to drive down a superhighway with teeth and like tongues coming at me. Like, I don't feel like that's very safe. But anyway, she's the baddest new queen from the Canaries. She's the drag daughter of Dia Dubois, who was in last season, and she says her drag persona comes from All About Eve, and she's an explosion of femininity and power, and she's drowning in debt, and she really needs this money. And I will be very shady here and say I can see that because this promo look is terrible. And that's it. Next.
Eva, let's talk about it. Eva Harrington, I didn't get much from her. I said, this bodysuit is boring. It made Daphne's bodysuit look so much better, right?
It totally did.
I was like, how many times have we seen a girl totally just like full on either leotard or a bodysuit and just has stars in the middle? How many fucking times do we have to see this exact same concept? I was like, this is your moment to like show off your drag. It doesn't have to be your best drag, but it should be representative of what your drag is. And because like, I'm not going to say that your best drag is always going to fit the theme that they give you for the first part, right? But
she didn't even try to go full neon though. Like, why did she go full black?
Well, I don't think
I hate it.
I don't think that the goal was to go neon. I just think that's where a lot of people went with it. But I have to point out some of the things I like about this, and I will say the consistency in her using the orange for the nail and the makeup is a good sign. Now, the somewhat this is disrespectful in a way, but I'm gonna have to say it. The kind of Amy Winehouse hair that's just missing like the cigarette in it kind of thing is questionable. And then that boot. Oh God, I hate when a bitch uses like a knee-high boot and a scrunchie at the ankle because they can't get it up all the way and shit. I was like, girl, I get it because like we got some big calves and stuff. Like I'm a big bitch, so I know what it's like. But I was just like, girl, it just looks so cheap and bad. It makes the bodysuit look worse. But I think it's all the way up there because I think the bodysuit isn't big enough for her or doesn't fit properly or something. Maybe it gets really droopy there because you can see around her collar it's not really fitting right, and even the cutoffs of the wrists, I was like, those don't even look clean. I think she's I said she's the second boot, bitch. I think she's gonna barely make it past the first episode and win a lip sync against a girl who just can't perform and then go home the next episode. Like that was what she gave me. I was like, you know what?
I see second
not
or third
personality
for sure.
The stars in the chest are so overdone. It's just so boring. I was like, the good thing is that you considered the color choices and kept the theme on the color correct. But that, oh, baby, if that was your one good positive, baby, you're not ready for the show. So let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going. But I don't know if we're going anywhere that I really want to go right now here. But we have Ferrxn, Ferrxn, because the X was taken, the A was taken on Instagram, so she had to use the X. That's 27 from Valencia, and she apparently is Valencia. She's a hot mess, and who knows what, and what the hell, and she's also hairy. Okay, yeah, I get that. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yep.
In this Oasis, she says she's the wasp, and her strengths that she has a wild imagination, so no one will see her looks coming. I do have to question that because this look is...
I'm questioning, baby. I'm questioning.
I mean, I wouldn't see this coming because I wouldn't do this. But
I don't think a person with creativity is going to do this either, but let's go off.
She's saying she's the comedy queen, which, I mean, could be true. You never know. I mean, comedy queens don't necessarily always have the best looks, so this would fit. And she's also the drama queen because she's going to spend the season crying her eyes out. And I'm kind of crying my eyes out at this promo look because, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't get why. Like I said, everybody else went for these big pops of color, right? So these girls that are just going, like, totally all black, that just blend in, not good. Number two, I don't necessarily like the parts that are cut out here in this. And number three, I don't like these weird feather things that kind of look like she has, like, her hands with, like, nails. Like, you know how her nails are with, like, the yellow, right? That looks like kind of what it is all over her body. And I'm just like, I don't like this. I'm sorry. I actually might like Eva's better than this. Because, Eva's is, like, basic. Like, at least it makes sense. This doesn't make any sense to me. I do like her makeup. I do like her neck up. I will say that. I do like her neck
up. I can't say that. And I'll explain why. The hair is fine. The makeup, it feels like it's very different to be different, and I feel like it's so harsh on the black just to contrast the very white face. And in this way, I understand blending that pink into her face because it works with the wig and blah blah blah. It's like whatever. But let's talk about the styling here. The like thing around her neck, I don't even want to call it a necklace because it looks like a choker thing. It's silver. It's supposed to match her shoes, which are silver, because I was like, I don't like the shoes, but at least she's trying to match it there. Sure, fine, whatever. I don't mind the cutouts where she's showing us her hairy body. I'm all for body positivity and things like that, even if I will come for you if your bodies are off. I do like that, again, we see the cutoff at the knuckles, so her thumb is through the mesh or black material that's see-through, whatever, right? But you mentioned these little flower things that they're like little cottontails, you see in the lakes and ponds. Bitch, it just looks like that. It's like it came off of a weed. She stuck it on the body. She put some yellow on it to match the yellow in her hair and her nails. And I was like, I kind of wish if you were going to go like black with accents of yellow, I wish there was more yellow in the midsection. I wish maybe if the whole stem could have been yellow and the flower been yellow with black accents actually, kind of thing. I wish the pump was yellow, kind of thing. Like, I wish the jewelry wasn't there because, let's be real, your neck doesn't look that big, and that might just be chunking it out because you've got so many things here. And and unfortunately, like, there's that one that's like right there on the top of her outfit that kind of like cuts off from her neck to her chest and how that looks. And as someone who doesn't have a big neck myself, I don't like to wear anything around my neck like that because I don't want to make it look like I'm chunkier than I am, because it's not as flattering. But this look was terrible.
It's giving me like Mega Man in the face, and I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like, just like the chunkiness looks. She has a helmet on. Like, it looks like this is like her.
Yeah,
so it's like a helmet.
She could have an astronaut helmet attached to those like silver jewelry pieces, And that's
I wish like if she was gonna do the silver jewelry, I wish she would have maybe done, instead of the pink, do silver. Or just have like maybe the pink be her shoes. I don't know. Like, there's too many colors, too many things going on here.
There's not too many colors.
There's nothing cohesive. Okay, there's too many color accents.
There are just random pieces of accent.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. I like that she's showing off her body and stuff, and she likes showing off her body and her tattoos and her hairiness. Like, I'm totally here for that.
And I'm not hating on that either, by the way.
Yeah, but the way in which she did this, there's nothing else to this outfit that I want anything good about. I'm like, I
would have rather her just taken out the cutouts and just shown her body. You know what I mean? I would have rather her just taken the black out and just shown her body and just been done with that, because I feel like with the stockings, it just feels very like stuck. I don't know. It just feels very. I don't know. We've been talking about this. It's really not. We've been talking about it a lot. And I'm like, we need to move on because I want to move on. Yes, because our next queen here is, I think, one of my favorites actually here. I don't know if I necessarily like her look the best out of everybody's here, but I was really enjoying the energy that Miss Krystal Forever was giving us here. And she's 52 from Caracas, Venezuela. And Mama's home, darlings, according to her. Her name comes from the villain of Showgirls, and she's going to be the queen of lip sync. She's very inspired by 80s and 90s divas, and in this Oasis, she's the cactus. Be careful not to get pricked. And I love everything about Krystal Forever. She was giving me all of the May Cooper from Down Under vibes, where it's like you have that older, kind of seasoned queen who might be a little bit more shady, who's going to be maybe a little bit more cutthroat, who is very confident in what they have to bring. And I love a confident queen, first off. And she was one of the first few that was really giving me true confidence, not kind of like someone that was just saying things to say things. Like, I was believing everything she was saying to me. And I don't know if I necessarily like the look as much, 100%. Like, it is giving me old school showgirl, so I will say that I do like that. I do like the pops of color here and there. I do like the orange with the green. I think the color combination is great. It's a little basic at the end of the day, but like I said, like, I don't think it necessarily maybe Krystal Forever will be a fashion queen per se, since a lot of her stuff is a little bit more old school and not necessarily like fashion forward, but she's easily way better than half the cast already with just a very simple concept list like this. So
I put her 6th place for that reason alone. In terms of the look. And I want to mention again the lining of different colors on both sides, really popping that for her thing. I love that she has shoes that almost look like they're part of the I don't know if that's just tights or if that's a bodysuit. Well, it doesn't look like a bodysuit. It's just
like that black line that goes from. It could be like maybe some tights or something that she has over it, because you see like the black line.
I'm not really sure if it's just
and up the tights.
Yeah, maybe it's just some pants that we can't see like the end of, and it's just made like that. I'm not really sure the construction underneath the corset of where it ends, but that doesn't matter because it looks good. It almost looks like she has thigh-high boots on, and I think that's so smart. Because you can see she just has normal, like, orange pumps on. But notice how she used the stone on the pump kind of thing to really continue this, because it goes over the pump. So it looks like the stones are on the pump. So it really does look like... No, it is.
Yeah,
So
it's
it
a
looks like the
covering.
stones
Like, it
are
looks like
actually
there's
on
a
the pump,
zipper in that
right?
black, right? That's
I don't think
covering it
there's a
because you can see
zipper.
the tips of like the shoe are like very
No,
clear
I
orange.
don't think it's. I don't think it's a zipper. I think it's just the tight is over it,
Oh,
and
so yeah,
specifically like
right.
right. So, and I think that's so smart. I think this is so good. I love the attention to detail, and something I want to talk about is her styling. She has 2 orange gloves on with sparkles. She has a single silver ring, and matching directly to her beautiful earrings. Like, this girl knows how to style. We can say everything about like, oh well, she has her panties out and blah blah blah. Okay, look, she has a corset. She has like uh, a little train thing on the back, right? She has it together. This is telling us who she is. I get a sense of who Krystal Forever is from this. I really liked her personality. I really was vibing with her. Actually, she's my favorite. She's super young, though, for someone who paints so much older. But I love that it made sense when she explained her influences. She said, like, Whitney Houston and whatnot. And I said, okay, I love that she's ready. She's here to lip sync when she needs to. I hope that she can break down from just a lip syncer and, like, do that comedy and stuff that maybe she's not used to doing. But I'm rooting for her. I liked her a lot.
There's something about an older queen too that I will always be drawn to whenever we get a 50 plus queen on here. So I'm like, you 52 girl, do it, do your thing. I would love nothing more for Krystal Forever to get this crown. We love it.
Yeah, I would not hate that at all.
Let's move on to our next queen, Miss La Escándalo. 26 years old from Barcelona, and she's our nerd fantasy. She's definitely not the quiet one. It wants to bring a world of fantasy and color to us. Her drag is a blend of classic elements, and you throw in some video games, and she's inspired by some powerful women in cartoons, and you got her drag. And in this Oasis, she's apparently a nice cold glass of water with 2 ice cubes and a straw. I don't know if I would have slurped that way, but that's what she did, so I figured it was appropriate. I get so much Chloe Vitu energy from her from last season. Like, she's giving me maybe, like, I don't know if they're in the same drag family or what, but this is giving me maybe Chloe Vitu's like younger sister that is obsessed with comics. I kind of like what she's going with here. I don't know if I necessarily like the boxing gloves or anything like that per se, but like the general creativity I think is what I kind of like here. And there's a part of me that's I'm vibing with it, but I'm just really confused. Why is this just me? Is the part in the middle, like, all of this is yellow, neon yellow. Then we get to like the boobs, right? The breast part, and it's like, is it green? Am I imagining things, or is this green? And then it continues up to her hair and into her hair.
This is very much the same as when we saw Denébola, where it's like it's a shade of what I think is the same color. I would almost call this yellow like a green, and like just it's very teetering on the line, and then the top part on her chest feels like it is green. So I'm kind of like, but it looks about as far away as the pink from the tights versus the accents that was on Denebola's. So I kind of feel like I was like, yeah, that's fine. She has the green andish yellowish color in her hair, so it's kind of like, I think it's just supposed to read this way. But
I think it's supposed to be more of like an ombre effect, but like I don't know if the green to yellow necessarily plays as well, because the green on her chest is very dark versus the green versus like the rest of her body, like that yellowish lime green. But I'm not getting on. I still think it's fine.
I wouldn't say that green is dark, but I understand what you're saying about that. But I think this looks so amazing. This is so cool. This is so cute. This is so amazing. She's clearly an ARMS character from the video game. And it's so cool because not only did she decide to do this and the wrapped around arms that are supposed to be springy because you hit people from further away in that game and whatnot, but like to go further on with like the sort of padding that you would have in like the shoe and specifically on the calf and the thigh over here to like really give us this full outfit fantasy, because she could have easily just done nothing on the legs and just given us the shoe, but she really went that extra mile. She said, let me put something on the chest, let me make sure that like, you see the different layerings of like my skirt so you know that it's like pleated or whatever. And I was like, This is well done. This is so well made. I love this. I love the high ponytail. Like, it, the higher the hair, the closer to God kind of thing. And she's real close to God with that ponytail. Like, I'm loving this whole thing. I was like, it was so hard for me to pick between her and Denébola. I eventually put Denébola higher, but I just love this look. I think it's so smart. I can't wait to see her on this runway. Girl, I'm rooting for her so hard. I was like, I love this sense of style. I love her fashion. I even loved her little earrings, which should be noticed. I want to see her runway so badly. Like, I don't know if she'll get all the way, but I loved Chloe last season, so like, if she's like Chloe, girl, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely really like her. I don't know if she's necessarily in my like top 4 predictions, maybe like a 5th or 6th. I really do like her though. I love this whole cheerleader football meets anime vibe that she's given here, and it's very, very original. So I would love to see what she's going to bring for the rest of these runways. The queen that I've been most excited though to hear your opinion though, Jack, is Miss Laca Udilla. And she's 27 from Madrid. She's a queen and also a total fascist with her mustache. She loves classic films, musicals, and history, and she feels very nostalgic for some reason. But don't try to compare her to American Drag either, because she's not having it. And she went off on that for a lot, and then that was it. And I will be honest, while I do not have her last in my promos, I don't know if I'm necessarily connecting with Laca's aesthetic at the moment. I do like the fullness of the wig. I do love the origami bows that she has on her outfit that play into the bow that she has on her back. But just the rest of the outfit itself is literally just a pink corset. Yes, there's the rest of the bow that she has with it, but I'm just like, there's not enough here that I'm like really vibing with it, nor do I necessarily feel like it's fitting the theme, really, other than it just being a neon pink. So she's on the lower end for me, but Jack, you go ahead. You go ahead and do your thing. I'm just gonna get my tea really quick. Get ready. Okay, go for it.
All right, so let's talk about Lou. I call her Lou because her name is Laca Udilla or whatever, and LU feels like it's very similar to lose, and that's how I feel about her, loser. So I don't like her in the slightest. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, first of all, we all get that this is a reference to the Material Girl look that Madonna did in her music video, right? We all get that? Okay, great. Glad we've been there. Okay, so the cheap-looking ribbons on top of the ribbon train that you have going on is so nasty and so rude and so ugly. And I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is a style nightmare for me. This looks like a 4th grader's art project where everyone got to put their, like, little bow on the board. You know when teachers would have you, like, make those crafts, or like, hey everyone, we're gonna do like a Christmas tree for Christmas or whatever, everyone make an ornament on paper. That's what it looks like, bish. That's what it looks like. And someone just put on those extra things, like she put on those skinty ones that were just making no sense in random places, and they even cheapen it further if that's possible. And I was like, this is terrible. The gloves are giving trash, mama. These gloves cost 2 cents kind of thing. Like, the fabric that she used for these gloves should have been recycled and given to like little drag orphans because they need it more, and clearly she's not using it for anything good, so why should she even have them? Like, I don't know. This is so bad. The mustache, trash. This is just someone who's trying to do it different, like trying to be different. She has this nasty looking big ass wig. It's barely styled in my opinion, and I know it's all supposed to be wavy and a little curly or whatnot. No, I'm not buying, mama. And the earrings, I was like, there's just so much going on with your hair. I don't want to see these huge ass earrings here that don't even really feel like they fit in this aesthetic. And if you're gonna do this look and you're gonna be hairy bodied, fine. I don't care about that. The chest is completely fine with me. Why are the cone bra, like, breast thing the most limp thing you've seen since Poseidon's finale look with her awful clams on the shoulders? Like, it's just like, why did you not stiffen it out, make it fit more to your body? Like, you're skinny. You can literally, like, bobby pin it in the back for this look. You know what? And another thing, the fishnet tights. Let's talk about it. Why would you do fishnet when you didn't do fishnet for the gloves? or like something that's similar. You could have just done the exact same thing. And bitch, let's go further because the shoes, a black shoe right here, you've got to be out of your goddamn mind. I cannot believe. Send her home. The drag is shock and lazy. The drag is shock, alone, and lazy. She probably is going to think that she can get by on that personality. Baby, I was not giving charisma. It was not giving fashion. It was not giving shit. And if they love her, that's great for her. But baby, you could not convince me that this look deserved anything. I was pissed. I said, you know what? I might put Eva Harrington above her just because that I was like, at least hers was terrible. But this one is just like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say about her. Did not like her. Lose, please, loser. Thank you. Goodbye, trash. In like capital letters is all I put for this.
Well, Jack, I couldn't have said that better myself. Let's go ahead and move on to our next queen here, Miss Margarita Kalifata. And if you didn't get her name, again, she pronounced it another 8 times in the Meet the Queens. And so, repeat it with me. Margarita Kalifata. Margarita Kalifata. Yes, she's 32 from Cordoba, and apparently she's the 5th World Heritage Site in Cordoba, which I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's something like maybe like a world wonder, or maybe like a place where people go to get like donation relief. So maybe she's also a Mother Teresa figure. I don't know. Who knows? Please tell me if you know what that means, by the way, in the comments below. But she's a 6-year-old girl stuck in a sex symbol's body, which again, I don't know if I like that. But she calls herself the Andalusian Pamela Anderson. Her greatest inspiration is her mother, because she has blonde hair and blue eyes. And she wraps everything in her fantasy world while wanting to tell the world's most forgotten stories, and wants to prove she can come from nothing and win. And I don't know how to feel about Margarita. If I'm going to be honest, and this is going to come off extremely shady. I don't really care.
You're so mean.
But it's giving me the same energy that Miss CM Pussy was giving us throughout all of Slation Royale, where it's just like she has the best intentions, but I don't know if we're necessarily going to see the best talent. I don't know if I got like any sort of vibe of what she is actually bringing to the table. Like she told nothing about her performance capabilities. She said nothing about whether or not she likes fashion. She said nothing about, like, even if she likes comedy. All I got is the fact that she is apparently a 6-year-old girl who wants to do things 6-year-old girls should not do. As far as her promo look goes, I'm glad that she went with a lot more neon than the rest of the girls did. I don't know if I necessarily like the fact that she looks like a traffic cone, because that's what she's giving me. The boobies are a little weird. They're a little like candy corn, but like not like candy corn I want to eat. And yeah, I guess she is probably like the crossing guard in our dystopian Dragtopia, but I don't know. I'm not super high on her, but I'm also not going to be like count her down. Like she could be like maybe that inspirational girl from the season. I don't know, but like again, I didn't get any sense of who she is, what she brings in drag outside of what maybe like her speech would be if she was at Miss España season 5 finale. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. I want to talk about her outfit because I remember basically nothing about her other than the outfit. Most of it is good. I'm going to explain something. 2 things. First off the bat, at least her cone bra is a cone bra that looks good and fits her body. You could learn something from that. And 2, I can't believe you were so mean to someone. I would never do that. But anyways, So let's talk about her chunky black gloves that are like sleeved all the way up to the like past the elbows and stuff. I think that was such a smart decision. Normally, I'm not here for a chunky thing like this, but this works so well because of how fitted everything else is on her body, right? And so I'm like, that's interesting. That's a kind of fun styling thing that I like. I don't know if it was intentional, if she thought it all through, if that's the only black, like, long glove she had. I don't know, but I liked it. I really liked her like play on that whole like crossing guard thing that you were talking about. I love that we've gotten the black matching like corset really cinching her body in, right? And then we have this interesting like if you would cut half of a dress from like take off the first, I don't know, like 30% of the dress and then cut off the bottom like 10 to 20%. And she put this on and I was like, that's so interesting because it's almost like one of those wide cones as well is what it made me think of, but like upside down. And then it's the way it's shaped, and yet it still decided to bring the chevron in with the yellow stripes and the yellow detailing on the side to like really give us a shape with these sequins, and continue down this like these laced like the I don't know the lace like strings that she has in her corset, really bringing it together. It's so fun. As I like this a lot. And one thing I noticed on her was her shoes have this small thing that like look like they wrap around to the back of her, and I'm not sure what that is because I thought it was just a normal black pump at first, but when I looked at it, I was like,
I think it's a strap. It's literally a strap.
Yeah, it's just like it's so interesting that this is the strap because I've never seen a shoe like this do that kind of a strap, I don't think. So it was just that little bit of detail that I was like, that's weird. I don't know, but I kind of like it. It doesn't exactly match this look, but it really made me think about it. I was like, that's fun. Now, the one thing I want to say about her that I'm not liking is the neck up, and it's because the neck being this like black thing it's like fine, but the jewelry on her earrings are also like that, and I was like, I need one of those to not be black. Like I need either the earrings or the neck piece to not be black because I can't really see them, right? And that's like a styling thing. It's a small thing, but it would matter to me. Now, the other thing is I don't like her hair and the headpiece, because why is there a headpiece that I can barely see on hair that doesn't look that big for how big your outfit is? I felt like I was like, this is weird. You just found some hair that had an orange streak in it or something. I just didn't get the intent of why the hair is styled this way and why the headpiece is so far back that I'm like, you didn't even have to put the headpiece on because we wouldn't have known.
It feels like 5 different outfits, honestly, because like the bottom part of the dress, like let's be real, like if this was a full dress, right? That bottom piece that she has does not really go with the patterning of the little top part crossing guard piece that she has. I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily get it. She confuses me a little.
I love this outfit from like the neck down to the like shins. I think this is smart. I think it's so fun. Really playing with different shapes and different types of like what's that called? Materials. Like especially for this Brutalist Dragtopia look. I just thought it was pretty smart, but there are things I want to edit, but I don't know if I get anything really from her. She's not very memorable, but the drag was fun.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, is she in your top 4s? I don't think she is.
No, she's not close to that, baby. No, ma'am.
Well, we've gotten like 3, because I feel like we're like maybe 3 or 4. I don't know if I've gotten all your top 4 so far, but I feel like we've agreed on 3, at least. Let's talk about Nyx. She's 29 from Alicante. She's the face and fashion queen of season 5. She's part party girl, part high class. She's inspired by fashion shows, and she says her top 3 strengths are fashion, beauty, and performance. Although she's never performed in Spain, because she's mostly performed in Denmark, and in this Oasis, she's the queen bee with a stinger, and she's ready to be the first trans winner of España. And I need to know your opinion on this, Jack, because I'm a sucker for a bee aesthetic. I hate bees personally, but for some reason, like, the aesthetic of it, I really like. And I was buying into everything Nyx was selling me here. I could kind of see her being, like, she was giving me a lot of, like, La Nina energy from last season. Obviously, like, they're both trans, for sure, but, like, she was giving me, like, La Nina if La Nina had a little bit more life experience and was a little bit more confident in herself, in her aesthetic, because I'm loving everything Nyx is selling here. I'm loving the fact that she took a bee angle to this, that it's not just necessarily just a neon color outfit, that she has some sort of concept behind it. I love the honeycomb behind it. I love the fact that there's, like, the yellows, the pink. She has some orange in there, too, with the green. I don't know. I really like this. And like I said, like, the jacket is lined. I see a lot of cohesiveness to her style that I'm really kind of vibing with, and she feels like she could be someone who could be like, she feels like she's someone who's going to slay lip sync. So I'm feeling really good about Nyx. I don't know if she's necessarily going to win, but I do have her being someone that will probably be on my late game, end game checklist.
Let me tell you, Nyx really impressed me. The willingness to take risks in her fashion. Would love to see a trans winner. The look is very fun, but there's something about her that I couldn't exactly place what I thought about her initially. Like, she was giving me very much Gigi Good in that sense of like the fashion is there, but she does it better, in my opinion. And like it looks like she's kind of skinny and tall. Like the knee-high boot with the graffiti effects and the spray paint kind of thing.
So
these
cool.
look very custom. I wish that had gone more into her outfit, but I understand because I thought about how I would do that, and it feels like if I wanted to do this coat with like these ruffles like this, putting that ruffle tool on my shoes would not make it good. So I love that that was not the decision being made. I just don't see how the ruffled on the shoe could have gone well. So I love that we went to like the spray painted, like very graphic, very graffiti, like it really does give that material kind of vibe of the brutalism. I love that she did the hexagons to go with the bees because it brings the bee concept back to the brutalism because hexagons are like actually a really good shape to use when you're making something to make them structurally sound, and so it just fits together. And the pink on the top part up to her neck with the buttons, very smart that she did this in the black stripes on the side and the pink up, and then her earrings are yellow. Okay, there was a really good thought here because if her hair is going to be this like blonde into black and pink, she brought back the yellow into her face so it wasn't just like the yellow was somewhere else. I think that's really smart. I think she has an eye that the girls need to watch out for. There are these details and those parts that make me think so much, and I loved this look. I was like, this is really fun. There are a couple things I wish had been different. Like I said, I wish we'd see more graffiti, like maybe on the black parts of her skirt or something. Her skirt and the top part with the hexes, I'm wondering if they're supposed to go together and don't completely clamp. I'm not really sure. So that was like throwing me a little bit, but I love this outfit. I think it's great. I can't wait to see her. I could see her in the top 4, honestly. I don't know if she would win, but I could see it.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely feeling Nyx here. I'm definitely very excited for what she has to bring here. Another queen I was initially very excited for, but then like the Meet the Queen started, and she was just having nothing but problems with her outfit the whole time, and I'm just like, ooh, like this is not cute. That is Miss Nori. She's 20 years old from Meridia, and I literally have it on my notes. I'm like, her strap is falling down. Then I'm like, oh, the gym is everything to her, and her strap fell down again. And she's this season's fashion mask queen, and then her strap fell down again. But she's influenced by designers like Mugler and Versace, and queens like Lady Gaga and Christina Aguilera, which I definitely see the Aguilera influence here, which is, I love it when we get like maybe a queen that could do like a spot on, like Derek Barry doing Britney Spears, like a spot on, like fashion queen or fashion queen, like impersonator queen kind of thing, right? I love that essence, but I love it when they can do more. I don't know if I got the fact that Nori is going to be able to do more than that. Just because, like, if they're going to shade you in the Meet the Queens video, I can only imagine what they're going to do in the actual season. And I think she could possibly be our first boot. She's giving me Shani Lacenta energy like no other. But she could also absolutely maybe be, again, maybe second place, third place, or second out, third out, because she lasts a lip sync or two, you know. But I don't know how I'm feeling about just, in general, this look. It's just, I don't like this boa that she has on it. I like the colors. I do like an orange, red, and black. I think it looks good. I'm running out of things to say because I don't really like this one, honestly, that much.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, please do, Jack.
So Nori is one of the probably the most forgettable queen in this cast to me. Nori has an outfit that is literally just this boa on that covers up the corset when she puts her arms in front of it. The corset is just a brown corset with these feathery hair pieces on it. She did match it to her shoes. I will give her that. I love when a girl does that. And her shoes are silver, matching the jewelry. But we have to talk about the jewelry too, because what is this hair with this jewelry headpiece and the huge ass like around the collar and neck thing? I'm like, I need, because like the whole chest is gone. I was like, so you're showing off your legs really well here, but the brown and the corset or whatever is not really given. I get it's supposed to be like a nude illusion. It's just not, I'm not feeling it. It's giving very cheap. It's giving very like the hooker that tries to look nice for the men at the Las Vegas casino kind of thing. Ooh. So she'll get brought home, but like, I'm not feeling it, baby. I wasn't here for it. I like that she did her nails like that, though. She tried the one ring on the hand for the styling. It was like she had styling errors and misses, because then also with this hair and the way it's supposed to be, I don't know, I think that's like what, she curled it, crimped it a little bit, I don't know. I just, and the straps on the outfit, just, and those earrings that go into there. It's just, it's so much. It's so bulky around there. It's so much. Ugh. I'm not feeling it. It was low on my list, baby. And that's all we have to say, because I don't remember anything about her, and I don't think anyone else will either.
I was about to say, I already moved on to our final queen here, and that is Miss Satín Greco, 29 years old, from Torremolinos. She is the mother of season 5, as she describes herself, named after the Nicole Kidman's character in Moulin Rouge, which I need to go watch. I've been really terrible about like watching movies, but like Moulin Rouge is one it's been on my list. I just haven't watched it. But
not Satín. Satín.
Oops, my bad. You mean Saltine? Sorry. But she's also inspired by her aunt, who is Miss Tina Greco. I don't know who she is, but apparently she's a very well-known performer, I believe, in España. And she's inspired by classic Spanish art folklore and legendary divas, and she says she's Spanish art herself and has been playing this game forever and like a woman. And I'll be honest, even though Krystal Forever is literally, 13 years older than her, yeah, Satín was like, yeah, you're probably the mother of this season. Like, she's giving me kind of the old lady energy I thought I was going to get from Krystal, but then I'm not giving it to Krystal. Clearly, Satín has decided to just channel that herself, and she's giving me a lot of maybe, like, the Cynthia Lee Fontaine of the cast. She's giving me definitely the Miss Congeniality. She seems like the girl that's there to really, like, make a sisterhood. I don't know if she's necessarily there to win. I don't necessarily hate her look, though. I like the symmetry of the bow. I like the colors with the pink and the green. I do like that color combination. I don't hate necessarily the rest of the accessories, because she does have the black gloves with a little bit of the rhinestones on them, so that does make sense to why she has like silver earrings, but then she has like the black hair and the black shoes, so I like the accessorizing. I think she did well in that department. I think she looks cohesive. I don't hate the look, honestly. I think she's probably going to be someone who probably makes a deep run. Yeah, she's giving me a lot of Jaylene Tyne energy, where she's going to be someone that I feel like the cast is going to really respect, and we're probably all going to fall in love with, but I don't necessarily see longevity with her in the season. But I will be here for her. I do think Satín's going to be someone I like, but I don't know if I could put her top 4, personally. I think that if we're going to give it to a mother queen, there's another mother queen in this cast that I think we're both feeling a little more.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's talk about it. 39 years old, and she paints even older than that, by a lot. There were some girls that I was like, she's really young, but she paints old. And I couldn't remember for the life of me how old Krystal was. So looking at this, I'm like, oh, because you look older than Krystal. So
the truth in that, though.
So let's get into it, right? I think this is very fun. The pink and the black polka dot on one side, the green with the shiny green leaves going through it kind of thing. Very fun, like a ribbon kind of thing, and it has a couple different layers, and they drape off into this fun train thing, so Very good outfit. I love that she has like the silver earrings that are huge and big and gaudy. Like she has so much chest showing, and her hair is pulled back so much that this is like a correct thing to do. It really shows off, and it just accentuates her beauty here. I love that. The nails on the glove, we've been seeing that forever. The black pump makes sense. It is it feels like it's a spin on a traditional look. It's like, make it whimsical, but still make it like more of the older school drag if possible. And you know what? I think Miss Greco over here could do better than we expect her to, maybe. But there's one thing that I need to say to her, and I hope she doesn't take this poorly, but I'm going to need her to calm it the fuck down on the damn black hairspray.
Ooh.
The line in this head is very giving like Ginger Minge season 7, where they were like, "You got a lot of black hairspray, girl," and I was like, the line for where the hair is going is kind of far back, but she has like some hairspray I think up there to like show it off, and it's looking very dark in terms of like the makeup there, and I don't think she needs all of that. She does paint well. I just think that it doesn't need to be so harsh. I think that also adds more of a older presence to her, and I'm not saying she has to look like she's 20s, right? I'm just saying that she's painting a little bit older than what she needs to be here. She looks very much like she is part of like Housewives of New Jersey, and she could have been 56 years old, and instead she's like 39.
I had to Google really quick because you said something about Ginger Minge, and I was like, how old actually is Ginger Minge? Because I don't even remember. Ginger Minge is 41. She's 39.
So they're basically
this
the same.
Makes sense. They're from the same generation of drag, yeah.
They are from the same generation. It's giving very much, she needs this critique, and you know what? It's her first season. Ginger got 17 seasons, so you know what? Here we are. I think that there's something there that I really want to... I think that would just help elevate her, because she's already so put together in a way that I like. So I can see some very fun things from her. I'm not sure how many risks she's going to be willing to take. I'm not sure how she's going to do in the comedy challenges. But I am still pulling for her. There's nothing negative about her, really, other than that damn black hairspray that I put it in straight up in the notes in, like, capital letters. It's like, damn black hairspray line! Like, I want it gone. But, other than that, I'm a picky bitch, right? I will nitpick everything. And not to be mean like I was to Loser earlier. Just straight up, like, things that I think would be... I'm sorry. Laca Udilla.
I'm surprised you remember her name, because I didn't even remember what her name was, honestly. I was just
I don't know. I call her Lou.
I was gonna call her Lou, too, and I was like, oh, God.
I call her Lou. It's the first part of Lou's. Kind of thing. Like, I'm telling you, I straight up was like, Lou, I can't do it with you. I cannot do it with you right now, Lou. I just can't.
Well, in case you're wondering who our oh my god this season's going to be, that's Laca Udilla. But was just curious. I feel like this could possibly actually be, Jack, if I'm not mistaken. Is this the first time we've agreed on who the top 4 possibly could be here? Because I was taking my notes here, and I have Alexandra del Raval, I have Denébola Murnau, I have Krystal Forever, and I have Nyx. Is that what you said?
That's what I think the top 4 will be. I am pulling for Miss La Escándalo, but I just don't get the feeling that she's going to make it to the top 4, but I'm really pulling for her as well.
I'm shocked that we're literally like we're in the wavelength for this España cast.
It is kind of shocking. It is.
It barely happens, but when it happens, I'm like, gosh, okay. Well, maybe we're probably both wrong then. I mean, at this point, we're gonna end up seeing Eva Harrington, Ferrxn, Nori, and Satín Greco. And
girl,
it's going to be fantastic.
Throw the season out faster than we threw out Big Brother when we got rid of Rachel. Throw the season out faster than when we were tired of all the rigging in All Stars 10. Throw the season out if that happens. Like, I'm so sorry.
Throw it out just like we did Survivor 48 when they started to play honesty and integrity game, right? Yeah, we can't.
I can't. Girl, I will throw that season so far. Like, I'll still watch it till the end, but I'll probably be skipping through a lot of those things if that's my final form. I'm like, oh my god, just show me the looks and show me the final lip sync. God damn it. And like,
We're gonna be saying all this, and then like Eva Harrington and Farron are gonna pop out with like the most like avant-garde looks, and Laca Udilla is gonna end up being like the funniest queen and the most lovable queen of all time.
There is no way that Eva Harrington is going to be the look queen of the season or have
She's
anything
the fashion
that
queen
nice.
of the season.
Fashion, not fashion.
Well, I guess we'll find out here on Sunday, literally a week from today, once this goes up here. Jack, do you have any final words here for the season 5 cast as we get ready to experience what can only hopefully be another amazing España season?
I have this. Some of you girls are going to do great things out there. Some of you girls are going to be just cast into this limelight. You're going to get so much love and praise. And one thing I want you to always remember is that what you do it with intent. You have intention here. Please always remember that you have the ability to change things for the better or for the worse. So don't be a loser. Don't be a loser. Don't be a loser.
Why do I feel like you're spelling to Laca Udilla at this moment?
I don't know why you feel that way.
I don't know.
Because I would never say a mean thing in my life.
I figured I would be directing this at Nori, but I'm directing it at
I'm
Laca
just saying,
Udilla.
Put out your best effort. Really give it your all. Even when things are difficult, try your best. Like, I get it. People break down. People have issues. Like, it's hard to get through certain things. But just give it your best. And try to really give your all, because you're getting your 15 minutes of fame. Don't waste it on a stupid bodysuit or an ugly look that you're going to forever be shamed because it's going to be online forever. Like, try to, if you think it looks good, I want you to try it, but at least try to amp it up. And if you think it looks good and everyone else is telling you it's bad because it is bad, please listen. Listen.
Yeah, don't pull Alexis Michelle and pop out here in a random dress from Forever 21 and a muff hat and expect us to be like, oh, you are fashion queen. Yas, God. Okay. I can't roll my R's, otherwise I'd roll or whatever. But yeah, but I mean, I totally agree. I'm kind of here for this group. I'm here for the surprises. I'm here for someone to pull the Coco and be like, yeah, I brought a basic ass dress, but look at the talent that I actually have. I'm here for it. I'm here to be surprised. I'm here to have some drama. I'm here to have some fun. And I think that's what España is here for. And as always, y'all, can't wait to see how this turns out. And hopefully y'all can either, if you made it this far. Again, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and comment below, because we'd love to hear your thoughts on the season. And don't post any spoilers, but I would love to hear what your top 4 is for the season. And then until next time, and on behalf of my co-caster, QuackrrJack, this is Renegayde signing out. But remember, keep spilling that tea, y'all. Bye!
Hasta luego, Tico.
Adios!